5 Habits to Become a Strong Man. Stoic PHLOS, so PHI in today's world. There's a lot of confusion about what it truly means to be a strong man. Many associate strength with dominance, with aggression, with power over others. But real strength, kind that builds lives and carries generations, is quieter. It doesn't boast. It doesn't shout. It simply endures. It holds the line. Real strength is a choice, a daily one. And according to the timeless teachings of Stoic philosophy, it is built on habits 5, foundational habits that, if practiced with intention, can transform not just your character, but your entire life. These 5 habits don't require wealth. They don't require perfect circumstances. They require will, courage, and a desire to become someone who is not easily shaken. Let's explore each one together. Habit 1, Master. Your mind before the world masters. Your mind before the world masters. Your greatest weapon and your greatest weakness. Most men go through life being controlled by things outside of them: external noise, public opinion, fear of failure, or pursuit of approval. But the Stoic man turns inward. He understands that strength begins not in the world, but in the mind. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. So what does this habit look like? It begins with awareness. You become the watcher of your own thoughts. You notice anger rising and you don't act on it. You sense envy creeping in and you let it go. You feel fear tightening your chest and you breathe into it. You learn to pause. Most people react. You respond. That alone separates you from the majority of men. Mental mastery doesn't come from reading quotes. It comes from practice, from sitting with your discomfort, from questioning your impulses, from journaling every morning about what you can control and releasing what you cannot. Ask yourself each day, what is mine to command, and what must I surrender? When you train your mind like this, you become stable, calm, resilient. You can walk through storms and still see clearly. That is the power of a man who has mastered his mind. Habit 2, Seek. Discomfort, intentionalist. Strength and comfort cannot grow in the same soil. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." If that's true, and it is, then the man who avoids hardship avoids growth. In modern life, convenience is everywhere. Fast food, quick fixes, instant entertainment. Everything designed to make life easier. But there's a hidden cost to your strength. Comfort breeds softness. Discomfort breeds strength. The Stoic habit is to seek discomfort on purpose, not as punishment, but as preparation. Wake up early, even when you don't feel like it. Take cold showers, not to impress anyone, but to remind yourself you can. Work out when your body says rest. Fast occasionally, so you remember hunger isn't the enemy. Speak the truth when it would be easier to stay silent. When you choose discomfort daily, the world loses its power to scare you. You've already done hard things. You've already been uncomfortable. And you're still standing. That's strength, quiet, gritty, real. And here's the truth. It doesn't get easier. You just get stronger. Every moment you resist ease in favor of effort, you sharpen your edge. That edge separates a strong man from a passive one. Habit 3. Live by a personal code. Not by preference without principles. You'll drift. You'll adapt to whatever's around you, and eventually you'll lose yourself. A strong man lives by a code. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself, what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This is where many men fall short. They want to be good, courageous, respected, but they haven't defined what that looks like day to day. They have no personal code. Your code is your anchor. It tells you who you are, even when life is uncertain. Especially then, define it, write it, reflect on it. Ask yourself, what do I value most? Integrity, courage, patience, loyalty. Then live it, not just when it's easy, but when it's inconvenient, when it costs you something. When no one's watching, did you return the extra change when the cashier makes a mistake? Do you speak up when your values are challenged? Do you keep your word when it's hard? That's your code in action. Living by a code doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're committed. And commitment is rare. It's powerful. And it earns trust not just from others, but from yourself. Because the strongest man is the one who keeps his promises, especially the ones he makes to himself. Habit 4. Delay pleasure. Pursue what matters. We live in an age of indulgence. Instant gratification is everywhere. And yet, many men feel empty, drained, unfulfilled. Why? Because pleasure alone doesn't build strength. Purpose does. The Stoics were not anti-pleasure. They were anti-dependence. They taught that when you need pleasure to feel whole, you become its slave. A strong man knows how to enjoy life, but he doesn't let it master him. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the mind that gives itself self-control gains strength. This habit is simple but not easy. Delay what feels good now for what brings deeper satisfaction later. Instead of binging on entertainment, build something. Instead of spending recklessly, invest wisely. Instead of seeking validation, seek mastery. Replace numbing with meaning. Replace escape with focus. Replace habits that drain you with habits that build you, and watch your strength multiply. Discipline is not about deprivation, it's about direction. Every time you say no to a shallow impulse, you say yes to your deeper mission. And a man on a mission, he's unstoppable. Habit 5. Serve something greater than yourself. The last habit is perhaps the most misunderstood. Service in a culture obsessed with self-growth, self-image, self-comfort. It takes real strength to live for something bigger, but the Stoics believed we are not separate. We are connected. We are part of something greater. Marcus Aurelius said, "What injures the hive injures the bee." The strong man uses his strength to protect, to support, to lead. He doesn't just think about what he can get, he asks what he can give. This might be helping a stranger without expecting praise, teaching someone what you've learned, protecting those who can't protect themselves, or simply being the man others can rely on. Serving others doesn't weaken you, it sharpens you. It reminds you why your strength matters in the first place, because strength without service becomes arrogance, but strength with service becomes leadership. When you live to lift others, your life becomes meaningful. These 5 habits will not be easy. They require consistency, discipline, reflection, and time, but they will forge a kind of strength that doesn't crumble under pressure, that doesn't depend on others, that doesn't fade with age. Master your mind, embrace discomfort, live by a code, delay gratification, serve others. These are not one-time actions. They are lifelong habits. Begin with one. Practice it daily. Then add the next. With each habit you cultivate, you build a foundation that no crisis can shake. And remember this, the strong man isn't the one who always wins. He's the one who always shows up, who chooses courage when it's inconvenient, who acts with honor when it's hard, who stands tall not because he wants attention, but because someone needs to see what strength really looks like. Be that man, and watch the world change around you.